First, I'm going to use this line checker. It's easy to change it. What's the top? What's the bottom of the face? Let's say I'm going to do it like this. The bottom is right here. It's similar to your composition. First thing you're going to think about is a egg shape within the area that you want to draw this portrait. Okay, like this, right? Like that. So you can connect that to the neck over here and right, the neck and that clothing and the shoulder line. So think about those general shapes, basically like this, very simple. So what I want you to thinking about is what you're going to see. That's the whole general shape, the biggest shape of the face. And what I want you to think about, look like the lighting coming from this direction. Now let's make a little mark over here, the light coming from. And what you are going to see is an egg over here, and you're going to see that this the termination line in this area, and this is the shadow side. This is the light side, right? That you can see that. This is an egg shape. Like this. So I want you to not get distracted by their details. I always think about a general shape. This is the general shape. Okay, after you establish this, the big shape, we're going to build up on top of this. And then the next thing you're going to do is find out where is the eye line. The eye line, because there's no hair on the top. Right now the eye line looks like right in the middle. About the middle. Maybe in the little bit middle, higher. About right here, in the middle. You can do a measurement on that. Okay, now what I want to do is, because the face is tilted down a little bit down, and not a whole lot. So that is just there's a line all the way going through like this. The eyebrows is right about very close to the eye line. It's right about over here. Then you can see from here to the chin, from looking at his face, and the nose is right in the middle. So the nose right here, from the eyebrows to the chin, the general proportion, it is the nose is right in the middle. So okay, we're gonna take the nose over here, and we also can draw the wireframe, the coming up like this. So you can see that this is actually the bottom of the ear. Okay, that align up with the nose, and going up to between the eyebrows and the eye. This is the top of the ear right here. So it can stick out right at this location. Okay, right there, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take a look at the middle point of the corner of the eye. It looks like right in the middle between the right side of the egg and the left side of the egg. Let's say the face is talked about like an egg. The corner of the eye, it's a little bit off there, a little bit off the center. The center is right here. A little bit off the center. Now the eye is right here. And this side of the eye is right about here. Right? Like that. And just draw a general, simple form. So the eye is right here. We're going to look into the detail later. And there is this coming in, there's a deep shape in here. So you're going to draw the little shape over there. Now we'll talk about the nose. On top of the egg shape, there's a nose right in here. And you can divide that into light side and the shadow side. So this is the shadow side, this is the light side. So that we can see that this nose now pop up a little bit. But however, on this side, there's no black line, but we just draw the shape. Use the line to for that. So we're gonna shape it a little on this side, right? Shape it a little so we can see the highlight on the nose, like that. And coming down here. Now the mouth. And actually, I can see that it's about 1/3 from the nose to the bottom. So I'm gonna draw a little curved line going through. It's very much like a parallel to between this line and the nose line and the mouth line, kind of going through this direction. Okay, now we can see that use the eye as draw a vertical line coming down, and the corner of the eye is almost overlap with the corner of the mouth, but it's not quite there yet. Just right in here, like this. Not as that much. I can draw it like that. So this corner is very much is the same as the nose on the left side of nose. Like coming down like this and draw the line over here. Okay. Now also this shape look like a ball shape. Okay. So almost like, and this side is a little bit darker. And this side a little bit darker, like this. So you can see that it's almost look like a ball. And on this side, because the lighting coming from the left top corner, like this. So you can make this look like a three-dimensional ball. Okay? So that's why this side's a little bit darker, like this. And the other side a little bit lighter, like that. Now, okay, let's come down to take a look. And on the neck, on this side of the neck very much look like a cylinder. Like say, the cylinder like this. If the cylinder like this, the light coming from this side, and this would be the shadow side, right? So, with that said, on this side, starting over here, this area is the whole side of the neck become shadow side, like this. Okay, this is good. We're gonna soften those skyline. Let's take a look. We're gonna keep those originally shaped to define, to create the three-dimensional feel of an egg shape. Now I'm gonna change that to a charcoal pencil. Let's take a look. I have a 4B soft charcoal pencil. Now, okay, we already have the general shape down on the paper. Now I'm gonna come back over here. Let's see, take a look. Come down, let's do a little drawing and draw a little big serious line coming over here. Now take a look at by using the guideline, now we come down to define a little bit more specific of the shape of the outline coming over here like this, and that is just the outside. And looking at the eye, let's soften a little bit over here, and there's the eye right here, right at this corner. There's the eye, the iris in here. There's the eyebrows on top over there, and let's define a little bit of the nose coming through over here. There's nostrils right in this location. So you see, I'm drawing still falling into the guideline that we established, and the side of the nose. And now take a look at here at the tip area. Move a little bit more to the left side like this, and soften that eye a little bit. Now we can see that the left side of the eye start over here, and then coming to the right side of the eye, put the iris right in here. Don't make the iris the full circle. Most likely we don't see the full circle of the iris, so only a portion of it, because the other portion is covered by the skin, like that. So what I want to suggest you to do is always, whatever portrait you're going to do, always start from the general shape, before you come down to the specific. Okay, Now soften that a little bit. Now this is good. And this area still serve as the shadow side of the nose, right? Including the bottom of the nose over here. Look at your drawing and your watercolor painting. It looks like I missed this part of the shadow side, right? It's supposed to be connect that down here, like this. Now we come down to the mouth and soften that a little bit. And now come back over here. Take a look. And this is the corner of the mouth. And get like that. Okay. I think move that. Let's take a look. And straight down from the eye. I think this come out a little bit more to the left. And let's erase that. Come out a little bit. Not too much. Okay. Now let's define that. It's curved. Make sure that line is curved coming through over here, coming to the other side, like this, right? And now make sure that we have this is a ball shape, and coming through over here, and then we can also create a little shadow on the outside over here. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna use eraser to have a little highlight coming back here. Okay, like this. Okay, and have a little bit shadow. You a little bit overemphasize this. This is actually not so big of a deal. Just a little shape. Okay, you see how lightly that I draw over there. So now I'm gonna also going over here, and don't overemphasize those folding. Those folding is a little bit fold on top of the general shape that we think is a shape of an egg. So this side a little bit darker too, because it kind of fold it over and give a little texture over here. A little bit, a very slightly fold over here, but it's just not a big deal. Don't overemphasize it. Like that. Now coming down to the chin over here. The chin, I'm going to use the little eraser to make this a little bit lighter first. Like that. And have a little bit fold. Not a whole lot. And a little texture. Because the movement of his mouth. That we can see that a little bit lighter over here, like this. And a little bit fold over here too. I know the outside line, we're gonna redraw it. Okay, now a little fold over here, but don't let the fold to get into you and forget the overall general shape. The overall general shape is what is this everything line on, because of the structure of the skull, the structure of the bone, the muscles, and actually create those a big shape. Okay, now I'm gonna come down here really quickly, and now you can see that the fold over here, and actually the whole egg shape on this side is the shadow side, and this is a little bit shadow over here because the bones underneath over here. And here you go. Now I'm going to redefine the outside outline, and this is not so long. It come closer like that, coming in a little. Okay, here you go. Now coming in a little more. Here we go, like that. Okay, now what we're gonna do, now we come to the ear on this side. And we haven't talked about the measurements. So there is a measurement lessons in the portrait basics. It's just good to follow that process. But over here, I a little bit downplay on the measurement. That there is a portion, after you define this, you always measure the whole height compared to the width of their face. There's the ear, like this. And I think this come out a little bit. It's a little bit too much get in. So I'm gonna come out a little bit over here. Like this. This is the ear. And coming up, connect with that. But this is connect with from the eye over here, gradually turning. So it's on a curved line. Or because of his face is tilted down and the nose is coming also in the same curve coming up too. Now this is the nose line up with the bottom of the ear. Now okay, now we quickly connect with down here, but you can see that the whole shape of that the shadow side on the right side. Okay, you can use a blender or use your fingers. Okay, like that. Now we're gonna come up to the top, and looks like this should come in a little bit, like that. The skull on this side and coming to this side. Okay, coming back over here, and you can add the accessory on the top, which is the hair. It's a very thin hair right in the top over here. That. And on the other side, it's a very soft hair on the other side, like that. Now, we're going to go ahead to add the neck over here, the shadow side. A little line coming through over here. And on the other side, the shirt. So no matter when you do the drawing or do the watercolor painting, it is important to start from general shape to the specific details. And you want to keep the eyeglasses or you want to remove it, is totally up to you. And now, actually the color come up of the coat come down right on the bottom of the ears. And the shoulder line coming over here, gradually turning into the right side. Okay. Like this. And the shoulder on this side look like that. Okay, now we can come in to the face, do a little bit more refining details. Okay, we need to add some other details in here. That looks like this is looks like a small shape, little triangle coming through over here. There's a little fold underneath over here, and the corner of the eye, a little fold over here. But those, again, have to fit into the existing big shape, which is we start the drawing with. And use a little eraser to create a little bit subtle shape. Again, on your watercolor painting, you don't want to use that much light in the shadow side. Even though you want some details over here, but the details is not overwhelmingly light. They still fit into the shadow side area. Okay? It's just not really to be so light. It cannot be that light. Okay, and now we clear up a little bit about the eye white. Okay, and we need to make the mouth a little bit defined. Under here, it has a little light coming through over here, like that. That looks like a double. Simple, like that. And on this areas, this whole area over here, it actually like a tuning in. So you want to find the shape over there. It's not by those simple fold to distract on the form you try to capture. Like that. And over here, a little bit deeper in the valley over here. Like that. And the outside over here, a little bit deeper. Like this. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. And this has a little bit more fold. A little bit. But the fold is there, but the fold cannot make you to forget that is the general form of the face. Okay, like what we started talk about is the egg shape. You're going to keep the egg shape, which is on this whole side. It is the shadow side on this side, and the other side it is the light side. Whatever in the shadow side over here and remain to be of the same color of thing, like the hair over here and the hair over there. This cannot be lighter than the hair on the light side. Like, let's add a little bit of background color. Which is, you're gonna do that in the painting. You don't have to make it really clear what is that, even though it could be the curtain on the back, but it doesn't really need to be that clear as the curtain. You can just place a little strip of color coming down over here, and that's good enough. Okay. Now after you put the background color in here, you can use the eraser. Your drawing looks fine. Should come a little bit rounded over here. A little bit more rounded like that. But overall, it looks good. And the eye over here, the eye line going through over here, that's great. How the proportion looks good. You need to make this side of the mouth a little bit darker. So like I have a little bit more shadows. That should be a little bit darker because this area also serves as almost like a round shape. So this side of the almost looks like an apple. You see that an apple, that you can see this side is darker, this side, the other side is lighter. And this is good, but overall, the whole shape look like a shape of an egg. So on this side it's darker, and on this side it's lighter. So let's take a look at your watercolor. And your watercolor, say your nose over here, you want to make sure that the nose, the shadow side starting over here and coming down over here, this side, this whole side of the nose is falling into the shadow side, right? So it's not like this is like a come out. Like I need to know that, and everything belong to the shadow, remain in the shadow, right? Like here. And also come to the mouth over here, this side is almost like a shape, an apple is just shadow side. You make sure that this area, this side is darker. The whole shape of the head is curving like this. It's curving like that. So the ear actually starts over here. But the whole shape of the outside is drawn like this way. There's the light color over here compared to the reference. This does not really stand out that much. You want to make it a little bit subtle. Don't want to have it stand out that much, right? The structure is very important. You should focus more time on the structure, step by step. Keep drawing and keep painting. And let me know your questions and your issues that you have through those learning process. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and turn on notification. I will see you in my next lesson.